coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go play action with Lawrence. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They'll run with Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 9. A big gain there on 3rd and long. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
A quick throw complete to Chark. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Etienne. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence.
And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne,
his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again.
They get this out wide to Gaskin.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tua. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 5, get the ball.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready, set. 55. Check, 55. Mike. Go. Ricky.
On play action, Lawrence.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
On the return, here's Agnew. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2nd down and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Lawrence. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw on second and 10. Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
55 is mine, guys, 55.
On third down, Lawrence. This is caught. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. And they'll
They'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Touchdown! Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, what a catch by Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there for the Dolphins. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Gaskin on the carry. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Lawrence.
got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. They go play action with Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for choke. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's Gaskin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua now on first down. He'll dump this one off to Bowden, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A handoff for Etienne. It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
55 rushing yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back now in Jacksonville.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock making him do it that way, didn't it?
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Etienne. First down and more. Etienne.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
Those addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, Charles, it's one thing